Alrighty, I think we're on already. So, good morning, everybody. It's already, the month is moving along fast. June 9th. So, let's get in the quick calling, alright? Let's get in the quick calling. It's for anybody who's just joining in on curiosity, or if you haven't been here before, it's just some spiritual breakfast. If you eat it, you eat it. If you don't, you don't. So this is the devotions, one for each day of the year. This is June 9th. This is from Peter, John, and Revelations. Seek to live in my love, which covers a multitude of sins, both yours and others. Wear my love like a cloak of light, covering you from head to toe. Have no fear, for perfect love decimates fear. Look at other people through lenses of love. See them from my perspective. This is how you walk in the light, and it pleases me. Can we look at other people through the lenses of love? That's a tough one. I want my body of believers to be radiant with the light of my presence. How I grieve when pockets of darkness increasingly dim the love light. Return to me, your first love. Gaze at me in the splendor of holiness, and my love will once again envelop you in light. Well, of course he wants us to abide and reside in that radiant love light and everything else, and thus give it off to others. Can we look through the lens of love to other people? What if I don't like those other people? Good morning. A late introduction. This is a cup of JoJo. And what if we don't like those people we see? We're still supposed to look at them through a lens of love? There's people I hate right now. How's that gonna work out? Just can't hate them. Just can't hate them. Just, maybe I don't need to love them. Maybe I just need to forget about them. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. I'm not a perfect, holy man. That's the best I can do. I'm not gonna lie and say I love my enemies. I don't love my enemies. If it was a free-for-all out there sometimes, and there were no laws, it was a lawless land. But let's put that aside, that kind of stuff. So we have to look. You gotta wear, when you wear that God's love, it's like a cloak of light. And angels are attracted to that light too. Not a bad bonus. Not a bad bonus. So, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna skip the videos and devotions, but then it's just like, nah, let me put something down. Let me put something down here. So, I thank the subscribers that went to YouTube and subscribed. I got a lot of crazy stories that are insane, but I'm just building up. Hey, I'm still stuck on 14 subscribers. Not one of you. Not one of you. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's alright. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I just forge. Boom, boom. I'm resilient. I'm resilient. So I was thinking back. I'm trying to use fancy titles on YouTube to attract, like bait, whatever they call it, clickbait. Use stories. So I used the story with Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull Gravano, and it got some views. So but it's all entertainment, like I said on the like I said on the video. They're hustlers, Lou Frate. They're hustlers. They're on V-Lot to argue. They're hustlers, rackets. YouTube's a racket. You could get they make money. They got commercials. They get monetized. Who cares? They're trying to figure out if they're telling the truth or not. Who cares if they're telling the truth? It's entertainment. They tell great stories. So I made a commentary about that. Mike Francis got, I don't know, 300,000 subscribers. And in my book, They Dead Missed, there's some stories about him in the mix of things and what happened. And I don't care to say, he's lying on his channel or whatever. The general public loves a gangster story or whatnot, but then they're putting in there who's right or wrong. He already got paid, while you knuckleheads are trying to figure out if Sammy's lying or Mike's lying. They already got paid. They're already sitting home laughing. That's all. So that's a good devotion. Let God's love invite it in, let it radiate out. We're supposed to love everybody. And that's hard to do. So it's a rainy day today. It cooled off a little. And I watched a ball game. Boston whooped Golden State's behind in basketball finals. And that's the sports section of my show. 2 sentences. And the weather. It's the morning show. We'll give you the sports recap, the weather recap, a story, a cup, blah, blah, blah. I think I got too much time on my hands. Hey, that was an old Styx song. I think I got too much time on my hands. But I did that thing. Time is the most valuable commodity. I did a video on that. Time. Take time for granted. So I'm gonna do a video on a story of where I don't know if somebody was having a communion for their children or some party, anniversary, whatever, and I was invited, and sometimes I was afraid to go to some of these things because sometimes I didn't like rubbing elbows, but there were some nice guys that I was friendly with to be like friends and joke, but sometimes I was just a little leery of being around them, and then if you don't go, it's disrespectful. It's like, well, where were you? It's like disrespectful if you don't go to the child's event or something. And because I went to one, and of course the alcohol is flowing generously with people. And one of those guys, I don't know what family he was from, what crime family, but they paid their respects. They showed up at these things, and a guy I was closer to in our family type, in our gang, told me to stay away from him at all costs. So, that's a big gathering, big area. And this lady comes up upon me, and she's talking real friendly and everything, and she's hitting on me. And I'm trying to be friendly. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she's with and everything. I'm trying to be smart about it. And right away, a friend calls me over and says, hey, stay away from her. She's the wife of this guy, this treacherous guy that's there. I'm like, geez, why me? Lucky me. And everything. And, well, I might as well just tell it. Forget about YouTube. I get more views here. So, I says, all right. And, while he's telling me this stuff, here she comes. Oh, she's been drinking. Don't listen to him and all, being, whatever, being drunk. And, so here comes this guy that I've been warned about and everything, and grabs her by the arm and drags her away. So, fast forward a little bit. I'm talking, eating and talking and stuff, and little time goes by, and this guy is close to me now, and he says, come on, let's walk in the backyard over here and everything. So he's going, where do you know her from? And I says, I don't know her. And he's shaking me down, and I'm kind of waiting for somebody to have my back and tell them, or they know what's going on. They could see and say, hey, leave him alone. He ain't bothering nobody. But I'm waiting for somebody to stick up for me. But nobody's not. I mean, people are busy and partying and drinking and laughing and eating. And I says, nah. I says, maybe she's just drinking and everything. And he comes with the old thing, the old saying, well, do you know who I am, blah, blah, blah. I said, honestly, somebody told me and everything, and I don't want no trouble. And he says, well, that's good, blah, 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 that's all right. And he says, okay. And he's like, so I think everything's all right. And he says, listen, if I even see you looking over at her, there's going to be problem. I'm going, wow. So, I see the old man, the boss, from afar, and he looks, and I look at him, and we catch eyes, and he knows me real well, because we got to be close. He was the boss of that family. He was in the 70s, probably, or 60s. And he said, get over here. And he's like, yeah, what's going on? I says, well, his wife was hitting on me. She's drunk. This guy is shaking me down. He's intimidating me and everything. And he said, don't worry about it. I don't like the bastard, he said. I don't like him, and out of respect, we let him come to the party, and he's a bad actor and everything else. And so he started talking to one of the guys that I gamble with, that I was really friendly with and more personable with. They started arguing, and he kind of came to my defense, like, hey, don't come to this party disrespecting this party like some cowboy. And I thought, wow, good, these guys are sticking up for me and everything. And this guy was a gun for hire. I'm not sure what family, if he was actually, he was a made man in a family, but I'm not really sure what family it was. And but they're just gun for hires. You got 10,000, 15,000, here, there's a guy over there, go kill him. Here's the money, go kill him. They don't think twice. So I kind of felt, I felt good that because a lot of times stuff happened, and when things got really out of hand, my godfather Mickey C from Brooklyn, he had to straighten things out a couple times when people were on me hard, because I'm not a tough guy. I was just down on trying to hustle some money and make some money and do this or that, and not get involved in all these rules and all this other stuff. Just give me my assignment and let me do it, and that's fine. I don't want to get entangled into all these webs. So that was a story that I was thinking about when just how easily anything could just happen in the spur of a moment and stuff like that. And you got to be on guard. So even when I'm trying to be so careful and not, you know, just think like a chess game, this is the best thing to do right now, this is how I'm gonna be at this event, this is how you know, it's just like they all just go with the flow, but I gotta have a strategy, because I am not a made man, and I can't talk. If I'm drinking and then I get brave and say something to somebody, that's my butt. And so I didn't drink a lot anyways. But well, I guess I rambled on there for a while, but the devotion was to seek and to live in God's love, and let and bathe in it, reside in it, and everything else. So if you want to go to A Cup of JoJo on YouTube and subscribe. I give up. I'm still stuck on 14 subscribers. That might just be my lucky number. So I might do one later. I might do a story later on YouTube, and crazy story titled "He Pulled the Trigger and Then ... Maybe that might attract. Maybe that's clickbait. He pulled the trigger, and then what happens next? You're gonna have to go over there. I'm starting to get a little strategy here. So, well, that's it, my dear friends. Be the kings and queens of your world. God bless and stay safe. A Cup of JoJo, Joe. Share, hit, like, whatever you do, you do. So, till next time, thank you for taking the time out for watching this and listening. Thanks for having an ear. God bless.